The Pilgrims sailed to the New World on the Atlantic Ocean to find a new home where they could worship God in their own way. Two ships originally sailed to America, the Speedwell and the Mayflower, but the Speedwell was a little leaky and could not make the trip. The Mayflower continued on. It was small and crowded on that ship. Many people sleep on the floor or on hammocks. The Mayflower was only as long as our school gym and half as wide. Food and water were in short supply on the 66-day trip, so when the water went bad, everyone drank beer, even kids. The Pilgrims saw the New World on November 9, 1620. They landed on Cape Cod. A province town is there now. They did not stay there and kept searching for a better place to fish and grow crops. The Pilgrims found and landed on Plymouth Rock. Then it was called Patuxent after an Indian tribe. Those Indians lived there before the Pilgrims. In the beginning, Pilgrims built houses on the new land. Their homes were made of cedar. There was no glass, so windows were made of cloth or paper covered with soil. The first homes didn't have a lot of furniture because the men were building homes first. They ate only using wooden spoons and knives. They didn't have forks. They used wooden pegs as nails, usually after it was cold in the New World, and a lot of people became sick and died. The first year, 3 whole families died. There were about 50 people left. With so few people, everyone had to obey the rules. They had to work 6 days a week and go to church every Sunday. The boys watched the cornfields and protected them from animals eating the crops. The girls helped in the kitchen. Usually after dinner, the men and women smoked pipes. Indians were the Pilgrims' first friends. One Indian, Samoset, spoke English. Samoset came back every day and brought more Indian friends. One friend was Squanto. Squanto taught the Pilgrims how to catch fish, grow herbs for medicine. He taught them how to plant corn and use dead fish as fertilizer. He lived with them and was their best friend. The Pilgrims and Indians had an agreement not to fight called the Peace Treaty. The Indians came to the meeting in oil and red painted faces. The peace treaty lasted for 54 years. The Pilgrims were thankful they could worship in their own way in the new land. They had enough to eat thanks to Squanto teaching them how to grow corn. They had built 7 houses. The people weren't as sick. They had many new Indian friends. There were 140 people at the first Thanksgiving, 50 Pilgrims and 90 Indians. The Thanksgiving lasted 3 whole days. That is how long it took them to eat all of the deer, moose, corn, turkey, and shellfish. They played games after the meal, keep away checkers, and blind man's bluff. They had the first parade this day too. The soldiers fired off their muskets. It was a time for eating and drinking, a time for playtime and for fun. For the Pilgrims, it was a time for giving thanks to God. Dedicated to my 14th generation great-grandfathers, Degory priest Richard Warren and Isaac Allerton, who all sailed on the Mayflower to start a new life.